Now, Sports Talk with Broads. Here's Hunter Brody.
Okay, all right. Okay, all right. What? What? You're up 17-0. You lose 27-17 to this trash organization? What a nightmare scenario. Carson Wentz, you need to be better. Doug Pederson, you have to be way better. This offensive line, some of it, I feel, is on Howie Roseman for allowing this to be what the offensive line is. I know Lane Johnson is injured, but still, this is what the roster is. Who built this roster? It's hard for me to demand Mailata, Driscoll, Herbig to be these stud offensive linemen. They're not. They're nobodies in this league. So who put them in this position? Well, when you look at this roster construction, that's Howie Roseman. That doesn't give them a free pass, by the way. If you're out there, you need to be way better than what they were. 8 sacks, Kerrigan, Chase Young, Ioannidis. It's a joke. By the way, I am broadcasting live from the Manscaped Man Cave. Get 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com by using promo code BROD. I can't believe it, though. What a sick nightmare I am experiencing right now. You saw how it played out early, right? You had Wentz making plays, hitting Ertz in the end zone. Let's go. Keeping a drive alive by going to Jalen Reagor, who makes an unbelievable 55-yard catch, and it leads to a field goal. Let's go! You also have the play to Dallas Goedert, where Dallas Goedert makes an adjustment over the shoulder. Let's go! And then, right before the half, you have Doug Pederson being a little bit greedy, calling some timeouts, and then you have Carson Wentz making a throw when it's 17-0 and you're in an area where you should just run the clock out. Calling the timeouts to be greedy, all right, I mean, I wasn't a big fan of it. And then you get the football in a specific area, you be greedy. Why are you being greedy? Why are we being greedy? Well, he wants to put the foot on the gas, he says. Well, what did that do? That gave the Washington football team life. Interception. You can yell at Jalen Reagor if you like. I don't think it was the perfect execution out of him. But why even drop back to throw the football in that area? Go into halftime up 17-0 against a lifeless team that couldn't do anything. I get putting the foot on the gas when you're playing Tom Brady in a Super Bowl. I get putting your foot on the gas when you're playing an electric team and you're trying to make a damn statement. But when you're facing this squad, a team that has a quarterback that was lost out there to that point, the offense for the Washington football team at that point, they weren't going anywhere. They weren't getting drives on the Eagles defense. You gave them life by attempting to step on their throat when you didn't need to step on their throat. I get stepping on the Saints' throats, or at least attempting to, if you're on the road, or even if you're at home, or if you're playing Tampa Bay and you're playing Tom Brady, okay? I get it from that standpoint, but from this standpoint, it makes no sense. Doug Pederson had some abysmal play calls in this game. How about when it's a 17-14 game, Eagles are up 3, and he's going for it. This is when Mailata gets thrown into the game, and boom, just like that. Sack. Right through the middle. Not a chance in hell. And it gives the Washington team life, and they kick a field goal, and they tie the game up 17-7. Now, that's not to give Carson Wentz a free pass. I think Doug Pederson had just as bad as a game as Carson Wentz did. Carson Wentz, dude, you got to stop trying to be the hero. Big Carson Wentz fan. And I'm not having it if, because of this game, you claim that, oh, he stinks, I told you so. No, what he did in the first half, he is capable of doing that. What he did in the second half, he can't do that. But you saw how electric he could be in the first half. Look how great he was in the first half. He can be that. He can. He needs to eliminate holding on to the ball, trying to make the big play every time. Sometimes, dude, it's not there. Sometimes the opposing team, they shut down your play. Live another day. You saw Tom Brady do it every single time last year. All the time. He barely had any weapons, so what did he do? Just threw it into the ground. He was out of the pocket, just throw it away. Hey, whoa, hey, whoa. Get rid of it. Just drop it all the time. Hey, Mike. Do something like that. Oh, man. It's unbelievable they lost that game. What an awful way to start this season. Here's a quote that Doug Pederson had after the game. I couldn't believe it. Sometimes I really question how the hell this man won a Super Bowl, because I do believe that he does not have all the brain cells needed. 17 runs, 42 passes. He goes here because he was asked about the disparity between the two, which is something that is very common here in Philadelphia over the last handful of seasons with Dougie P. I don't know in game if we are throwing or running, as if he's just calling plays and he's worried about the execution. Okay. What? You're an NFL coach. You should have a game plan. You set up plays based off of earlier plays, you know? So, like, if you want that play action to be successful, you run other plays with the similar formation. So, you know, okay, hey, we're running here because maybe down the road we're going to use play action and pass there, right? It's not that hard. It's not rocket science to game plan your play calls so they can be more effective down the road. The fact that you don't even know which one you're calling, see, that's why I claim that we have the three stooges in this organization right now when it comes to speaking to the media. Howie, Doug, Lori, they're the three stooges, and they're led by Dougie P. How can you honestly say that after a game? I don't know if it is run or pass. What do you mean you don't know if it's a run or a pass? That's so important. That is your job, to make the proper play call. You don't just pick things. You don't just pick things all over the place. And when you do, it looks like that, where it seemed like every play was trying to be a home run hit to Deshaun Jackson or a home run hit to another player, Jalen Reagor. It doesn't always need to be the home run hit. Haven't we noticed that by now? Isn't that pretty damn obvious that you can score in other ways? Because last year, once Deshaun Jackson went out, guess what? They had to do it in other ways. So you should know, based off of what you witnessed last year, there are other ways to actually score. And I know it's tough to establish a run when you're getting blown up instantly because this offensive line sucks. I get it. But as a coach, you got to do better than what you did, okay? You can't just be chucking it up and trying to go down that road. Now, that goes on Carson as well, because I think his mindset is, let me make the big play. How many times is he going to try that duck and under when a sack comes? Stop. Just stop. I get there's a beauty to it. Part of Carson Wentz and part of what he did in 2017 and why it was so special is because he allowed the plays to continue. He played so damn well and he escaped plays that's what he does well. He keeps plays alive, but at some point, not every single play is going to stay alive. It's just wild what I just witnessed. Now, this episode of Sports Talk with Broads is sponsored by Orbit Energy and Power, and with over 20 years of experience in the industry, they are home to your solar experts in both residential and commercial projects. They are dedicated to making sure that your project is completed easily and properly by using high-quality materials and trained professionals to get the job done right. Make sure you check out their phone number and website. The information is in the description. Plenty of phone calls, by the way, on the 24/7 Anytime hotline. You can call the number at 856-442-9805. I'm going to stockpile those and react to the phone calls tomorrow. We all understand that this Eagles conversation isn't going away. All right, but for the instant reaction pod, I'll just rock with my emotional feelings right now, and I'll get to the reactionary calls by you probably on the day after podcast. We'll definitely use them there, and on 97.3 ESPN on the Sports Bash with myself and Mike Gill from 2 to 6 p.m., we're going to implement your calls as well, so you will be heard on the radio. I can't believe the difference in what I saw in the first and what I saw in the second. Carson Wentz throwing interceptions. And like I said, about the Rager one, you can complain at Rager and say, hey, he probably could have been stronger. Same with the Hightower one. You have rookie wide receivers out there. But still, Carson Wentz has to be stronger, has to be better. He could have had a third interception, really. It was the play where Ioannidis was offsides. Chase Young comes in and hits his shoulder as he throws the ball, and that was another pick, but luckily it came back due to the offsides call on Ioannidis. So thank the Lord. And shame on me because I'm looking on DraftKings Sportsbook. Oh, what am I going to do today? And one of my prop bets was Carson Wentz not throwing an interception. I thought that was a lock. I thought that was a no-brainer. I went a little hefty on it, and I realized after that first one, you got to be kidding me. It's like the football gods knew exactly what I wanted to go with. A bunch of my parlays got destroyed. A 1 o'clock hour was tough for me when it came to the betting. Oh, I'm so defeated. I'm so upset. I'm crushed inside. Although, I feel this is sort of what the Eagles do at this point. This is kind of their identity. Dig themselves into a hole. Lose the teams that they should beat. And then you get the rally. And then you get the late rally, the Doug Pederson, December Doug, January Doug, and then we love it once again. This is who they are. But it is weird because over the last couple of years, it was more like this. Slow first, slow second, tough to find ways to score, and then they chip back and they find ways to score and they find ways to get points on the board, and that's when they either come back or they fall short. But normally it's starting slow, offense looking weak, not having much flow. They were firing early in this game, and that was without Miles Sanders. That was without Lane Johnson. Don't even get me started on the Lane Johnson offensive line garbage, because this is what pisses me off. We were informed that when Jason Peters was playing right guard, that Matt Pryor is going to be the left tackle. He's been taking snaps, and we all were looking around thinking this dude has never played left tackle, yet it makes a ton of sense to throw him there? Absolutely not. And you didn't even see him today. You had Herbig at right guard. You had Driscoll at right tackle. Then you had Mailata at right tackle. I was informed that we had Matt Pryor, this guy who can play left tackle, he can play right guard, and now he's not even used? I don't get the message. The messaging screws me up and pisses me off because I can't stand when Doug Pederson speaks. I honestly cannot stand when Doug Pederson opens his mouth to the public. It's entertaining, don't get me wrong, because I don't think he understands what he even says. Just like he doesn't know what play he's calling, he doesn't know what words comes out of his mouth. But yet he's had success in this league. He won a Super Bowl, so I give him the benefit of the doubt. But damn, is it absurd? Is it obnoxious at times? So tell me how that offensive line worked. It didn't. No Miles Sanders. All right, I guess we kind of figured that was going to happen. But then Boston Scott left at one point. Here's the crazy thing. You got a list of the blue tent action once again. Although they were actually leaving and going back underneath the tunnel. Vinny Curry, that one looked bad. Brandon Graham, wow, that looked like concussion. He was getting his head checked. At the time of this recording, I haven't heard any news or any update on him, but he looked stunned. He looked dazed. And then he had to get help getting up, and when he was on the sideline, it did not look pretty either. Deshaun Jackson early, I don't know if that was planned. I don't know what that was, but he wasn't even on the field. They were trying to get an update, and then as they were trying to get an update on the broadcast, he was on the field for that specific play, and then that entire conversation went out the window. But where was Deshaun Jackson early? Was he trying to stretch something out? Driscoll left. Everyone keeps leaving. Everyone's leaving. It's like deja vu when it comes to the blue tent. I am scarred from the blue tent, yet here I see all these guys dropping like flies once again. And I guess you knew that was going to happen based off of what you just saw this offseason, not playing any real preseason games, limited in training camp and all of that nature, so that's going to affect players. But I said, and I got ripped for it to an extent. I said, I'm nervous about this offensive line. I am scared about this offensive line. I said, what happens if one person goes down? One guy. And that was with Lane Johnson in the mix. But then I asked, well, what if Lane Johnson can't really go on his ankle? What if he tries to go, he can't, and then someone needs to slide in, and then from there, someone gets banged up? That's what happened. That's what happened. Lane couldn't go. Driscoll slides in. He got banged up. You got Mailata, a guy who's just 6'8" and never played football in his damn life. Now, that's not to say he's going to be horrendous forever, but this does not work. You cannot work and win football games like this. You can't win football games like that. You win in the trenches. We have been spoiled with phenomenal offensive line play. That is a recipe for failure, what they put out there. Failure. Here's Dwayne Haskins doing what he needs to. Well, when you have short fields, it's easy. Go for it on 4th and 3. Nope. How about when they did go for it on, the 4th and 4 was the one that Doug went for it and right through the middle. Bang, Carson Wentz gets sacked instantly. The 4th and 3, it was 3rd and 3. This was with 4:35 to go in the game. They went for it on 4th and 3. Zach Ertz drops the ball wide open in the middle. And you heard reports before the game that Zach Ertz and Howie Roseman got into a heated conversation about his contract. And then in the game, you missed the biggest pass of the game. Oh, Zach Ertz, look, I love you, dude, right? I mean, I appreciate everything you've ever done in this city. You're a great person. You do a lot of wonderful things for society. I root for you as a football player without a doubt. Make the catch. No? Pretty simple, right? Make that catch. Make that catch. Especially with all the rumors, with the contract, you need to come down with that catch. I demand you come down with that catch. No free pass there. 4th and 3, game on the line. You're the security blanket. Prove to them. Prove to them. Look up at the box, wherever Howie Roseman is, and flip him something after you make that catch. But you can't let it go through your hands like that. But what upsets me is the play before. It's 3rd and 3, and they're trying to throw this pass to Deshaun Jackson towards the sidelines. A couple of defenders by him. On 3rd and 3 there with 4:35. I guess there was a little bit more than 4:35 to go in that scenario because it was the play before. But come on! It's seriously insane what we just witnessed. I almost feel right now I'm in some shock that it happened still because the game just ended. I mean, on my TVs right now, I got a little bit of pregame live going, postgame live going on the top right. On the bottom right, I got Phillies, even though no one gives a damn about what happened to the Phillies today, even though Sixto Sanchez threw a 7-inning complete game and only allowed 1 run. But who the hell cares about that right now? And I got Drew Brees going up against Tom Brady. So I'm still in shock mode. I'm still in stun mode. I'm still in what the hell did I just see mode. Wow. 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 17-0. 17-0. I am so upset with Doug and Carson. I don't think Doug put this team in the position to succeed once they went up 17-0. He lost control. He lost control of everything. And he allowed it to snowball out of control. And it all started with right before the first half ended. Why even give them the opportunity to have a little bit of life? Now, the defense had a big-time breakdown to even allow them to score that touchdown as well, but There's no reason when it's 17-0 and it's about to be halftime for you to be dropping back Carson Wentz and having him throw a football. Like, he should not be doing that. You just allow it to go to half. Allow it. There's no way that you can compare that situation, that specific situation, 17-0 against a team that has no life, no identity at the moment, and then compare that to wanting to crush a heavy, big-time opponent that's a serious, serious threat in this league. Like, you got to use your brain. I mentioned how I don't think Doug Pederson has brain cells. That's where those brain cells actually come into play. I was so juiced early on. Malik Jackson, the defense, giving the Washington football team nothing. It was electric. I was flexing in the basement, right, going, these, let's go! Let's go! Big time plays, pump for Jalen Reagor. He definitely has the speed. After that, this was after Wentz threw the interception and Washington scored. The score was 17-7, and the Eagles actually had a couple throws downfield. He almost threw another interception, actually. Got lucky. Then he threw a bomb to Reagor, which was maybe 2 inches too far. That thing was a bomb. Looking for the home run play. And then right after that, they looked for the home run play again to Deshaun Jackson right before the half. I just feel as if they were so obsessed and fascinated with this speed, home run play, home run play, home run play. That's where I feel Carson Wentz and Doug Pederson failed this football team. You don't need it all the time. It's great. We need speed. We need to utilize it. You can't succeed long-term with the slop that you had last year at wide receiver. You need more, right? No doubt. But it also can't be the only thing you try and execute every single drive. And I do get it. I can comprehend that with this offensive line, it's very tough to establish the run where they're just getting worked by a very lethal defensive front. But that's on you, Doug, to then figure it out. Get the ball out quick to one of your backs, throw the ball quick, some screens, and bang, get up. Now, you need good blocking with that. It's tough to really operate when your offensive line gets abused the way that it did. It's not like I don't comprehend that, but let's be realistic. The first half, they had the same offensive line, and what happened? Okay, they were up 17-0, and they let it slip. You can't draw up a worse first game. I'm trying to think. Would it be worse if the Eagles just lost 30, I don't know, I'm just spitballing here, 31-7? Would it be worse? Because then it's like, wow, this team has nothing. At least you saw what this team was in the first half until the last couple minutes. Or would it be easier to swallow? I guess this is better. So maybe it's not the worst case scenario in the world. I do think this is better. But the fact that I'm even weighing these two options, that can't be happening. I was afraid, though. And I thought I had the right to be afraid. People call me nuts. People call me crazy. I said, no. Wait. This offensive line, while we talk about how bad it looks, I don't think we realized how bad it was really going to look until we saw the eyes on it, until our eyeballs witnessed it for a couple hours. But I had this gut feeling it was going to cost us. Chase Young, electric. Torching Jason Peters, getting by him. Kerrigan, couple sacks on the day. I thought I was flexing hard. Oh, he was out there flexing hard. I feel like I want to cry. There were so many moments early. I loved it. Thought the defense was playing special. Shame on me. Where was J.J. Arcega-Whiteside? I heard a lot of noise about him in training camp. Yeah, where was he? Huh? I didn't even notice him. Did he play? Did he have any snaps? Seriously. Oh, by the way, an inactive for the game, your second-round pick, Jalen Hurts. Dude's not even going to be playing. And all the defenders of the pick, don't tell me it's because of training camp, COVID, not being able to have OTAs. No. This organization made a horrendous decision by picking a backup quarterback in the second round that's now inactive. He's not even a backup quarterback. He's a quarterback that won't be playing, and he's a developmental piece. And I don't even want to hear, well, Carson stinks, so you're going to need him. Stop it. Carson had a bad football game, a really tough second half, a really bad football game. Did you see what he did in the first half, though? That's what he can be. I see that. I've seen it, and I've seen him play very well in this league. He had a piss-poor second half. Doesn't mean he's going to be a dumpster fire forever, but he's got to clean it up. 8 sacks. 8 sacks! How do you succeed when you're sacked 8 times? I'd say maybe half of them were on him for not getting rid of the ball. But still, you can't succeed like this. From head coach to quarterback to offensive line. Those three sections of this football team, a sick joke. And I'll end it there. Now, if you did not hear, we are doing a pick'em football pool presented by BetQL. The information is in the description. We are giving away prizes each week and a big grand prize as well, which is going to be a championship bracelet. So this week, the weekly prize is a prize from New Era. So there's a password, a link to the pick'em pool. There's a password, which is Brody, capital B. All the information is in the description. Make sure you sign up and try and win some great prizes. It is presented by BetQL. Thank you all so much. I will be back. We will react to your phone calls in the next podcast. Be on the lookout. Oh, ho, ho. Wow. That really happened. This was not a dream. That really happened. Thank you all so much for listening, and I will see you next time.